Hello, I'm Professor Susan DeGise. This tutorial is on Practice 9.2a. Directions. Identify the given interval by its simple interval name. I'll go ahead and do the sample. So these are all compound intervals and we want to make them simple. So what we're going to do is we're going to either take this bottom note, C4, and move it on top, or we're going to take this top note, F#5, and move it down an octave. So let's move this C4 up an octave. Now the interval is easy to identify. This is a fourth. C to F would be a perfect fourth. So raising F to F# makes it bigger. Thus this is an augmented fourth. Go ahead and do numbers 1 through 5. Pause the video and press play when you're ready. Number 1. I'm going to move this E flat up an octave. E to G is a third. I know it's a minor third, so E flat to G flat is also a minor third. Number 2. I'm going to move the C# down this time to avoid those ledger lines. F to C is a fifth. The notes are not B to F, the accidentals match, so this is a perfect fifth. Number 3, I'll move this E flat down here. This is a second. D to E flat is a half step, so this is a minor second. Number 4, now this one's a big interval, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this E flat on top and move it down an octave. And rather than moving it down one more octave, I'm going to take this G double flat on the bottom and move that up an octave. All right, so let's do this one step by step. We have a key of G flat major. G flat major has 6 flats, so E flat belongs to the key of G flat major. This interval is a major sixth. Now the bottom note here is not G flat, but G double flat. That makes the interval bigger. So the interval here is an augmented sixth. Okay, number 5. I can move this B flat down here. This is a seventh. Now the key of C# major has all sharps. So C# to B# is a major seventh. If I lower B# to B, that's a minor seventh. And if I lower it one more time to B flat, that is a diminished seventh. Remember, whenever you have both a sharp and a flat for an interval, it's going to be either augmented or diminished. Now go ahead and do the second row, pause the video, and press play when you're ready. Alright, so now we're dealing with the grand staff as well as key signatures. So let's go ahead and move this E flat down here. A to E is a fifth. A to E is a perfect fifth if there were no accidentals, but the top note is E flat, making it smaller, so this is a diminished fifth. Number 7, F# to F#, that's a perfect octave. Now technically, a perfect octave is a compound perfect unison, right? Because it's an octave bigger than a unison. However, we generally reserve the term perfect unison for only perfect unisons. For anything an octave or larger, meaning 1 octave or 2 octaves or 3 octaves, we call those perfect octaves. We don't call those perfect unisons. All right, number 8. Let's go ahead and move the C# down here. This is some kind of second. Now notice there's a B flat and a C#, so we know it's either augmented or diminished. So if B flat to C is a whole step and C# makes it bigger, this is an augmented second. Number 9. Let's move this F up here. This is a fourth. Now F to B, for it to be perfect, would need either F sharp or B flat, so this is not a perfect fourth. F to B flat would be perfect. Raising B flat to B natural makes it bigger, so this is an augmented fourth. And number 10, let's move this B down here. That's a third. We know G to B is an all-white key major third, so G flat to B flat is also a major third. All right, so for these compound intervals, just reduce them to their simple interval and use whatever strategies you used previously to identify intervals. If you'd like to review compound intervals, please reread section 9.2. You've now completed the tutorial for practice 9.2a. Thank you for watching.